evening, Bio Nation. I hope you are doing well tonight. My name is Matt Williamson.
And I am Corey McFan.
And you are watching Marietta College Esports. So we have our Valorant team, and they will be playing against Kansas State. That's right, you heard it right. Kansas State in Valorant, of course. So right now they're doing the map picks and bans. We have no idea what they are. We'll see if we can figure them out in a little bit. But while we are waiting, we'll go over a couple of announcements. So first of all, who will be playing tonight? Actually, I don't know because it depends on the map. So I'm just going to go over everyone that's kind of like in the starting lineup, and then we'll see who's actually in there. So I'm just going to go in some weird order. We have freshman Walker Dale Wave playing. We have freshman Osvaldo Nito Oxyron playing. We have freshman Octavio Pedron Edible Drywall playing. I think we have freshman Tyler Rich Bubs playing. And we have sophomore Jasmine Smith Weenie Hut Jr. playing. We have senior Artemy Strepnets or Mom playing. Yes, hi Mom. And we have senior Spence Tenney Spence playing. And of course we have a head coach Derek Games. I know it's more than 5 people, but I know that's who's here and ready to play, so we'll see who plays what map. I know we have things set up where depending on what map we play, we have certain agents and certain people on those agents. So your guess is as good as mine at this point. So while we're still waiting for stuff, we'll go over a couple of announcements. So first of all, we do want to give a shout out to HyperX for their support. They are the official peripheral sponsor of Marietta College Esports. They have helped equip our facility with keyboards, mice, headsets, mouse pads, microphones. So they're amazing. If you would like to get your own HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MariettaES. QR code is up on your screen. But yeah, all of our students are using the HyperX gear, and we have them here in our broadcasting room, and they work great. So definitely go check it out to see if you'd like to get your own. We also want to give a shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support. So every now and then they will do a game night or a Marietta College night on their restaurant in Front Street. And they'll have pizza for a really good deal. They'll have a Switch where you can play some Mario Kart or some Super Smash or some Mario Party. And if we have streams up, they will be... if we have any streams going on that day, they will be broadcasting our matches there. Now, granted, our season is coming to the end for the fall semester, but we can still show some of our previous matches there, so you can definitely cheer on the team. So yeah, I don't know when the next one is. Usually it's on Tuesdays and or Thursdays, so definitely go check them out on Front Street. We'll also take a look at the schedule for this week. As I said, the regular season is starting to come to an end, but we still have a lot that's going to be going on over the next couple of days. So as we said, we have our Valorant team playing against Kansas State tonight. We're in the lobby. I think we're just waiting to get everyone from Kansas State in. Tomorrow, our Rainbow Six team will be playing against Kaiser University at 7 o'clock. On Friday, our Rainbow Six team will be playing against Florida Polytechnic University. That'll be at 8:30 p.m. Saturday, our Valor team will conclude its main season with a GLEC match against Mount Vernon Nazarene University at noon. Now, they did qualify for the GLEC playoffs, so we will see the Valor team play the following Saturday, but it'll be on Game Arena's Twitch. We'll try to see if we... Well, actually, hosting is no longer a thing on Twitch. They got rid of that. So I guess we won't be able to host it, unfortunately. But we will also have our League of Legends team playing against Valpo at 3 o'clock. So that'll be on Saturday. Also on Saturday, our Fortnite team will be participating in the NACE Starleague Fortnite Collegiate Split 2 Championship. That was a lot of words. But that'll be at 3 o'clock. They will be playing 6 games in a row to determine the best Fortnite duo in the zero build setup. That's another one where we won't be able to stream it per se, but you will be able to check it out on NACE's Twitch channel. So have that up at the same time as our League of Legends Twitch stream that's going on Saturday. And then next week we will have a few matches left, but most of the NACE competitions are finishing up this week. We still have a GLEC regular season is going to be wrapping up this weekend. So next week I think it's just mainly going to be like a couple more matches left for Collegiate R6, but yeah, that'll be the fall season. So we're going to have to come up with some more things to stream.
For sure.
we'll figure something out. That way we can keep you guys entertained with our stuff here. But all right, we're in the lobby, and all I know right now is that the first map is bind and Marietta is defending. That is all I know. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to see if we can figure out what the other maps and picks and all that are. So hang on 1 second. Corey, say hi to the chat while we're waiting.
Hello, chat.
Okay.
What are the map picks?
All right, so obviously bind is the first one. Second map will be fracture. Marietta will be attacking that one first. And then if we go to a third map, it will be Haven.
That's an interesting third pick right there.
So
bind and a fracture are a little bit of a given picks, right? Because they're like really popular maps right now, like really well liked maps. But Haven, it's a little bit of an interesting one.
I don't know who had first pick, so I don't know who picked what. I'm going to guess, since usually you want to go defense when choosing sides, so I'm going to guess that Kansas State chose bind and Marietta chose fracture. That's my guess. I don't know what the bands were necessarily. So based on the pick band order, I don't know who actually had a chance to choose Haven. So what is it about Haven that makes the choice interesting?
I mean, I like Haven. It's very good for like my favorite character, Yoru, because you can get across the map very quickly. But it's a really big map. It's one of the bigger maps in the game, and there's 3 sites that you have.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, yeah, I knew there was a site that had 3, or a map that had 3 sites. I didn't realize that was Haven.
I mean, I love that map just because it's different, and it's a lot more open. There's a lot more that you can do on it. But
that's really difficult from both perspectives. As far as like on defense, your defense is going to be more split because I mean at least one side's going to only have one person, and even from the attacking side, well, I mean in that case you're better off trying to like go all in on one of the 3 sites and hope you pick wisely.
Yeah, it's really good for like fast moving characters because you need to have fast rotates on that map.
Yeah, no, we haven't really seen. Which character you said you like playing on that map?
Yoru.
We haven't seen. I don't think I've seen any Yoru in any of our matches.
I think we saw one, but it really didn't get a lot of value out of the Yoru. But other than that, no. It really upsets me because Yoru is my main character, and I want to see more of him on stream.
Well, if you ask nicely, maybe we'll see him today if we get to Haven. But now it looks like Kansas State is getting into the lobby, so we should be starting very soon. I'd still have some more announcements, so I guess we can do that. We're always looking for more students for our esports program, whether you are a high school student or if you're a current Marietta College student. We have varsity level teams for Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros., and of course Valorant. I mean, we are streaming a match against Kansas State, of course. So what are some of the perks of being involved with our esports program? We have our dedicated facility at the gathering place here on campus. It's in the back corner, but it is there, I promise. We have dedicated coaches, so whether it's our head coach who oversees all the teams, or we have our Rocket League coach and our Rainbow Six coach and our League of Legends coach. We do have programming to provide academic supports, mental health and well-being support. And if you're a high school student, scholarships are available. So for more information about that, you can go to linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. It has links to all of our social media channels. So whether it's here on Twitch or Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. I haven't figured out how to use TikTok, but we'll figure it out eventually. But we have it. But it also has links to our tryout information. So if you do want to try out for a scholarship, our next date will be Saturday, November 5th. That's this Saturday, folks. So if you're a high school senior or a college transfer, you could sign up to try out for an esports scholarship. There's 3 steps. First, you would fill out our recruitment inquiry form at bit.ly/mcrecruit. That just gets some information to our admissions department. You would then actually schedule the tryout at bit.ly/mcesporttryout. Now, if you're not available this Saturday, we will be doing online tryouts at least once a month, and we do some in-person tryouts, including next Saturday, November 12th, as part of during the admissions open house. And then you would join our Discord server at bit.ly/PioDiscord. The QR codes for all 3 of those links are up on your screen right now, so you can screenshot it or just get your phone out and start filling out the information. But it's also in our link tree as well. So, yeah, so if you're interested in a scholarship and you're a high school student, definitely go for it. While we're waiting, we want to thank everyone for their support. Thank you for all your follows. Thank you all for your subscriptions as well. So now, if you're not able to pay for a Twitch subscription, but if you have Amazon Prime, of course, there's Prime Gaming. I'm sure many of you are already familiar with Prime Gaming, but for those of you that don't, Prime Gaming gives you all sorts of perks. If you have Amazon Prime, you can create a free Twitch account and then go to gaming.amazon.com and connect your Twitch account with Amazon Prime, and you get all sorts of perks. You get in-game cosmetic items for specific games. Like in Valorant, I know you can get like sprays, I think you get some sprays.
I think you get some sprays and you get some cards as well.
Yeah. For like League of Legends, you can get skins. They do like a monthly capsule thing that gives you like skin shards and character shards and blue essence and stuff. You can get free games. So now some of them may be a couple of years old, but you can definitely get some free games. I got Ukulele for free. Haven't played it in a while, but I did get that. What else? I know there's some other games. I can't remember off the top of my head. There was a couple of Game of Year editions. Like Shadow of War, I think. It was the one that's based off Lord of the Rings. That had the Nemesis mode.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was really popular a couple of years ago. But you get free games, that's my point. But you also, this is the most important part, you get a free sub that you can use on any channel of your choice, including ours. So when you hit the subscribe, there's a little checkbox that says use your Prime Gaming sub. So you just check that box, and it's a free sub, no extra cost to you, and you would have subscribed. Now, what do you get for subscribing to our channel? And they've already hit the start button. You get emotes, you get instant access for our VODs. There we go. That's what you get. So let's get into the game here. We are on Bind. So let's talk agents.
I know for sure that Marietta already has like an agent list already set up. It does look like they're straying a little bit from it. I'm not 100% sure on what the agent picks were for different maps, but it does look like they're going with a little bit of a double initiator composition. As far as Kansas, it looks like a typical like 2 duelists, 1 initiator, 1 smoke, 1 sentinel. They are going with Chamber though, so Chamber's like been very strong in Valorant for a very long time. So depending on how good their aim is.
Yeah, we've seen Chamber almost every single map, almost 100% pick rate at this point. But yeah, so it looks like Marietta's going to be, so Bob's is going to be playing Hisoka, or Osvaldo will be playing. Wave, Spence, and Weenie Hut Jr. will be in this first lineup.
Choose your agent.
We were talking about that Yoru pick, and it looks like we're seeing one now.
You asked! Ask and you shall receive. You got your Yoru.
I just wanted to see Yoru used in a game.
Okay, so how effective do you think Yoru will be on Bind? You talked about how it's great on Haven, but this is Bind, not Haven.
Well, his teleporters can actually be shot through the teleporters on the map, so a lot more angles can be used than what people might think.
Are you saying he thinks with portals?
He does think with portals.
Oh my goodness! We got a Portal 2 minigame going on in here.
Like, there are like 3 or 4 different lineups that you can get from defender spawn straight, defender's side straight to attacker spawn.
Well, we will see how that goes. All the agents have been selected. Now we're just waiting for the game to load and hope it does not crash. Everyone's doing the whole good luck, have fun.
Sentry.
And Marietta will be defending first. So we see over site A over here. And we got 2. Marietta going to site B. But it looks like it's looking like Kansas State may be eyeing site B here. Kind of split between the middle and the left here. So already see walls coming out. We're seeing several utility being used. We do see Marietta starts converging over to the site, and right now it's a 2-for-1 trade. Bob's getting
B.
1 down, but he's going to fall. So that means Kansas State will start planting, and they will get the plant off.
Planted.
And Hisoka has been suppressed, but Winnie Hunt Jr. does get 1 flank from behind.
1 enemy remaining.
Hisoka is going to get 1 down, so there's only 1 left for Kansas State.
Last player standing.
It's going to be Hisoka versus that person. And unfortunately goes down.
Yeah, Yoru came in a lot of handy there for Kansas State. With the blinds comboed with his teleport to get him onto site, Marietta couldn't see him coming. Straight up, I'm really excited about this Yoru, man. I know it's
That's on Kansas State, though.
I know, but still, I'm really excited about the Yoru.
Alright, I'll forgive you this time.
I gotta support my Yoru mans out there.
Traitor.
I'm sorry.
But, alright, so looks like Kansas State is going with a little more split approach. So, oh yeah, that's Yoru. Got it.
That would be the decoy.
Yeah. Wave's gonna wait very patiently. That's gonna be a 2v1. And it's a small hit on the Yoru, but just not gonna be enough to take him down. And Spence is gonna go down, and the rest of Kansas State is gonna use this opportunity to converge onto site B.
Spike planted.
And they do have all the smokes down to 9 it. Oh, that is quite a combo. The smoke and the toxic pool. And Bobs is going to go down. Winnie Hunt is going to try to flank him out. That
Player
gets blinded.
standing.
So it's just Hisoka that's left. Gets 1. But going to be pinned. It's going to be really difficult to do anything. But does take down the chamber. Almost got flanked from behind by his teleport. He gets 3. You know, considering it was a 1v5 and taking down 3, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all, but Kansas State did a really good job about, like, using their abilities to work together, taking one-on-one fights as a team, or even, like, a 2v1 situation. That's something Marietta's got to do a little bit better at if they're going to want to keep up with this team.
Yeah, we saw that Kansas State did the 2v1 against Wave and took it down early. But it just kind of depends on how Marietta sets up the defense. Now Kansas State's looking to go all in on site A. Smokes are already coming out, and there's the decoy. Bubs gets blinded. Leon Jr. already gets taken down. Hisoka gets one, but Bubs is going to fall, and Hisoka also falls. So that's already 3 of the Pioneers down.
Spike planted.
Not a whole lot Marietta can do. It's just a numbers difference. When they go all in one site, Marietta has to get some picks to be able to go forward. Now Wave gets 1. So it's a 2v3 technically.
Last player
So
standing.
Wave goes down, Spence is going to be the only one remaining, and Kansas State will take another round.
Yeah, go in on attacker's side.
Teleport's ready.
There's only so many angles that defenders can hold. And Kansas State knows this. Sorry, I didn't.
You're fine.
Kansas State knows this. So they're taking advantage of it in like getting into positions to where they can get eyes on Marietta basically and get free picks.
Placing sentry.
Alright, so see, now this is an interesting strategy. They just kind of foregone the spike and just gonna be looking for picks.
Turn down.
Who's next?
And looks like the Yoru ult's coming out. And it's going to be teleporting in.
Yeah. Killed my bot. Swarm grenade out.
But Spence is going to take down
Spike
one, but he's going to
down,
fall. So
B.
it's a 1-for-1 trade. But Spence and Bubs also go down.
I'll find you. Spike planted.
You're seeing all the smokes coming down, and Wave and Hisoka are just kind of stuck.
Last player standing.
Hisoka gets 1. But he's going to get taken down by the Omen.
The great thing about that your ultimate is you can use your other abilities while you're in the ultimate. So you're invisible to the other team, and you can like use your abilities as well. Getting information and just TP out whenever your ultimate's about to get
Placing
done.
sentry.
Kansas State, because of that, Kansas State just knew where Marietta was before their push, so they knew where to look.
He should be played more.
He's a very underrated hero, in my opinion.
Alright, so Kansas State is up 4-0. Spence is going to try to get some information. He knows where 2 of them are. He's going to fall back.
Hawk out. Blinded.
We may see a little bit of fighting going on over at Site A as well. They're just kind of holding to see which site is the ideal place to go. So it's actually an interesting strat when you think about it. They leave the spike in the middle, so they kind of check both sides to see, should I go A, should I go B, and then they'll start picking up the spike and deciding where they're going to go. Bubs lands not much of a hit on the chamber, and it's a 1-for-1 trade over at site B. Wave does get the Yoru down. And Winnie Jr. is going to take down Raze. So now it's at 4v2.
30 seconds left.
But Wave's going to get taken down by
One enemy
the
remaining.
chamber, but
Spike down
Taylor goes
B.
down, so all that's left is that chamber. He's going to bring the spike and try to plant. But Winnie Jr. will take him down, and Marietta will get around.
Now they didn't win the round, but you mentioned before where they dropped the spike there in the middle and sort of just waited for an opening. The plus side for that is if they die, they're not dying with spike. And spike is still at their axis and they can still grab it.
Exactly. It's
Placing
like if they
swarm
take it to
grenade.
one side and they drop the spike there, then it could be heavily
Placing alarm
defended
bomb. Placing
by
swarm
the
grenade.
defenders, whether it's Marietta or anyone. So it's an
Turn
interesting
out.
strategy because it's not in any threat, so they can just
You
grab
want
it when
to
they
play?
want.
Let's play.
And now we see ultimates are starting to get used. Ahsoka pops the Viper Pit. Chambers popping his ultimate. Now we see Kansas State's going to start rotating around, knowing that that one area is blocked. And Omen's going to pop his ultimate as well. And unfortunately, Bubs was just not ready for that, and now Kansas State's going to start moving in. They will start the plant.
Spike planted.
Now we're seeing the ultimate come out. Wave does get one down, gets two down. But the chamber ult is going to finish him off. There's a 3v3. Ahsoka will start defending. And Winnie Jr. will get one down. But Hisoka's going to fall, so now it's a 2v2.
One enemy
Winnie Jr.
remaining.
gets one down. Spencer's going to start trying to defuse.
Last player standing.
Gets taken down, so it's just the chamber that's left. And that chamber ult got a lot of value.
Yeah, a lot of value right there for that from that chamber ult. Yes, it clutched the round for Kansas State for sure. If that chamber ult hadn't been used there, I don't think Kansas State would have won.
No, he took down 3 with the ult.
Yeah, and it was some of the last few kills that they needed to win.
That's why we're talking about before, how chamber is pretty much like 100% pick rate, because with that ult, you just got to get one hit and you get the kill.
Doesn't even have to be a headshot.
All right, so we're gonna see Kansas State looking at Site B.
You are powerless.
And KO ult's gonna be coming out.
Can't use that.
Next.
And we'll start planting. And we're seeing that ultimate being used, getting a lot of information. And it's a 2-for-2 trade right now. 3v3 for 80 for both sides. Bobs is going to take one down, takes the weapon,
One enemy remaining.
and it's just the raise that's left. And Marietta will secure this round.
Great use of ultimate from Kansas State there to get around and like sort of attack Marietta from all sides. However, it just wasn't enough for them to secure that round. And Marietta was able to get essentially able to click on heads.
Sometimes that's all you need to do. So now it's 5-2. Pioneers are down by 3. And Winnie Jr. still has their ultimate ready. But Kansas State's Rays has an ult ready as well.
Stay focused. Where are you?
Now we're going to see a little bit of a split going on. The wave is going to be suppressed. Going to have to play cautiously. Spots out the chamber. Ahsoka's going to wait to see if there's an opening. It looks like Kansas State's all converging over to Site A. You have to be careful. He gets blinded.
Bring that down.
The wave is going to end up going down.
Spike planted.
Kansas State does get that spike down.
Poison's off.
It's okay. It's going to take down the Omen. It's at 4v4. They're going to have to get the spike under control.
Not a fuel.
Fire in the hole!
And 2 of the Pioneers fall. Spence still is up, gets a kill.
Last player standing. 1 enemy remaining.
Now it's a 1v1. Can Spence... Oh, and that's going to seal the round.
Very unfortunate, but that KO grenade just stalled that spike out just long enough, and at that point, all Spence could do was save. There's not really anything else he can do there. Maybe go for the kill last second, but even then, he's putting himself at risk.
He would be in suppressed range anyway, so there's not much he can do. But yeah, very clutch play there by the KO from Kansas State. So now it is 6-2. Pioneers are down by 4.
Turret out.
Well, we see a couple of ultimates almost ready for Marietta, so we'll see if they can utilize anyways. Spence was actually found himself in a smoke and was able to get out.
Blinded.
Wait very patiently. But Bobs is going to get picked off. And now Kansas State's going to converge over to Site A as a result. And it's just Hisoka that's there. He knows there's someone in that corner.
Spike planted.
Gets one down, but it's going to get taken out from behind.
Bring them down.
Wave goes down. Greenhand Jr. tried to take out the chamber, but teleported away.
Last player standing.
Greenhand Jr. is going to be the last remaining at a 1v4. And will be suppressed and does end up going down.
Very unfortunate there for Marietta. Just getting shot down one by one. But Marietta seemed to be unnecessarily pushing forward whenever they should be the one holding onto a site. I don't quite remember if Kansas State got an early pick onto one of the sites or...
Yeah, they got... I don't know if I would call it an early pick. But they did get a pick on Site A, and then they'll rotate it over there. So that seems to be what Kansas State's trying to do. So the idea is get one kill, and they know they're going to have the numbers advantage, so they can just choose which side wherever they got that kill on. Now, in this case, since Hisoka did use the Viper Pit, they're just going to converge over to Site B, because there's no point even trying to play on Site A. So it's interesting that Marietta has 3 people over by the Viper Pit, knowing that Kansas State was probably going to go over to Site B. Now we're seeing the ultimate coming out again.
Spike planted.
And Spence is going to fall, and the rest of the Pioneers are going to try to call it, but Weenie Hut Jr. is going to go down. And so will Bob, so it's just Wave and Hisoka that's left. Hisoka does kick out the chamber, but it's still going to be a 1v4. And even those grenades still doing quite a bit of damage. I don't think there's much that Hisoka can do. It's just going to get picked off. And that'll be another round for Kansas State.
Yeah, it seemed like Marietta took a little bit too long to rotate over to Site B. Like you said before, because of the Viper Pit, there's not really a whole lot of reason for that site to have more of Marietta's attention than Site B.
Yeah, they should have had 3 over on Site B. I'm not so sure why. You know, and we're gonna see Chambers already gonna be popping that ultimate again. We saw how much value he got in it the last time he had
play, let's play.
Once again, Kansas State's kind of checking all angles, waiting for an opportunity to move in. We're seeing more Marietta converging over to side B. Hisoka does actually take down the KO. And Omen's going to be popping an ultimate. But Spence is going to go down, and now Kansas State's going to go all in on site B.
Spike planted.
Bubs is going to catch one. Ultimate comes out. Wave does fall, though. But Bubs is going to fall. It's just Hisoka and Weenie Hut Jr. that's left. And being at Smoke's going to be really difficult. But does take down the chamber as he's teleporting in. But another Smoke's going to cause a problem for him. And those smokes have definitely been an issue.
Yeah,
Last
100%.
round before the switch.
The use of that Omen ult trying to flank again. Omen ult is really good about being able to flank from attacker spawn. It's just knowing when you can flank from attacker spawn. Or defender spawn, vice versa. And that last use of it just wasn't a good time to use it that way. But he did get... It was a waste of his ultimate, but he did get information, so it wasn't a complete waste.
Right, he still got some info. But right now, Kansas State is up 9-2.
Turrets destroyed.
Junior will spot one. See, Bob's is going to be kind of hanging out over there as well. But we may see a little bit of rotating by Kansas State. So maybe in a fight with Chamber, although those free shots are going to reveal location, and Chamber's going to teleport away. A wave is suppressed.
30 seconds left.
And Kansas State will start planting. And there's that ultimate again just to get information. But Hisoka will get picked off. Once again, those smokes being well utilized by Kansas State. Waven's going to end up falling. This does get the chamber, but I don't think he knows the Omen's right on the side. He's not going to see it and gets punished for it.
Last player standing.
So now Bubs is suppressed. I don't think there's really a lot that he can do. Except he's just going to get picked off.
A little bit of not
Switching
checking
sides.
both sides of the road before you cross the street on Marietta's part there. Couple angles that they were coming from would have been great angles to set up some crossfires, but because they didn't check corners, then
That was one thing. But another thing I'm noticing, like, we have a tendency to use our smokes early. But I'm finding that Kansas State is waiting until they plant the spike before they use their smokes. They don't use all their smokes from the get-go.
I mean the thing is with Omen is he gets his smokes back
Okay.
over time. Like there's a cooldown on his smokes. Viper's wall you can't pick back up. but you can pick up her orb. You can pick the orb back up. So it's a little bit different.
Okay. But to say, it's like, there's definitely an advantage of taking advantage of Omen's smokes after planning to try to deny that vision for the other team. Now, Wave is going to go down. They have swap sides, so Mary will be on offense.
Poison orb emitting. Drop the spike. I have the spike. Dark poison's off.
Right now, Marietta is struggling to get into site A, so I think they're going to rotate. Yeah, because now notice that Kansas State basically went all in on defending site A. The Marietta will rotate over. But Omen is right there. And actually gets both the Pioneers down. Chamber pops teleport to get to the other side. Soko will get one down.
Last player standing.
Gets picked off while
Spike
reloading.
down B.
Turning a corner while reloading probably isn't the smartest idea in the world.
Probably not.
The thing is with this game is, a lot of times you don't really even need to reload. A pistol maybe is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But
It was a pistol round, to be fair.
yeah, but if you have something like a Vandal, 25 rounds, only 5 shots max to kill someone, you don't really need to reload a whole lot.
Well, it's like, I don't think he expected anyone to be right at that corner. So he turned the corner and went, oh, hello.
That is true.
Alright, it is 2-11. And Kansas State is going to have a pretty substantial advantage on this round. And that will put him at map point. And just like that, 2 kills onto the Pioneers.
Remaining. Spike down
And basically, it was a 4K for the Omen, but Ahsoka will take him down, but still.
Poison orb emitting.
And that's one of the reasons why being all grouped up can be dangerous, because it's a lot easier to click heads.
Yeah, especially whenever you have a shotgun like that. You don't even necessarily have to have good aim, you just have to shoot in their general direction.
So it is going to be map points for Kansas State. So Marietta's going to have to go all in on their buy to try to stay in this map. And Omen already has the ultimate ready because he got 4 kills that last round. So the Chamber trying to look for an early pick, teleports away. Now Hisoka is going to be moving in. Gotta be careful because Omen is right there. And they're getting flanked from behind. And once again, Omen was hiding in the
Spike down B.
by the crates and no one saw it.
Yeah, it seems like Omen's doing a really good job about hiding in corners that no one's going to expect.
And that works. Like, if you know where the main hiding spots are, of course you check those, but you go to unconventional places, that's going to be very difficult. Now, it's still 2v3. Wave did tie even it out to 2-2 with 3K. So it's not over yet. But the problem is Marietta's only got 35 seconds to either gotta plant the spike or they need to get the other 2 down.
Where are you?
And with KO kind of running away, Wave needs to start taking the spike over to site B. I mean, he has time, just not a lot of it. The Chamber did reveal location, and Spence is going to be able to take him down. So now Wave is going to use this opportunity
10
to
seconds
plant the
left.
spike, and they do have enough time.
Last player standing.
But now it's just a 1v1, and unfortunately Wave will go down, and Kansas State will be able to disable the spike.
Try again.
Defenders win.
Game over.
Now, the score doesn't really express it that much, but that was a little bit of a closer game than you might think. a lot of those rounds came down to 1v1 situations, and Kansas State just came out on top in most of those situations.
Yeah, you're right. There were a couple of times where it's like a clutch play. There were several clutches, especially Chamber getting 3K with his ultimate, KO putting down the suppressor on the spike. A lot of those 1v1s. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Even though it looks like a very lopsided score, a lot of them were very close.
Very close indeed. Just the use of one ability made the difference in most of those scenarios.
But, all right, so we're gonna take a quick break. I think I said second map was Fracture, right?
Yes.
It did. Yeah, and Marietta will be attacking first, but we'll go ahead and take that break before we go in there. So we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, and welcome back, everyone. So we are getting things set up for map 2. It is going to be Fracture. So Marietta will be attacking first. So as soon as they get started, we will go in here. But while we're waiting, what would you expect to see for Fracture?
I expect the Yoru once again. Honestly, the three maps that they have, best 3 maps in the game for Yoru, just because of so many different Fracture, for example. There's so many different ways that you can come from, and just being able to TP anywhere on the map will probably give you a big advantage.
All right, so we will see if that Yoru comes out. So Kent State will be defending first. Marietta will be attacking first. But right now, for Marietta, we see the Chamber possibly coming out for Spence. Ahsoka may be playing the Neon this time. And there we do see the Yoru being highlighted by Corner Ginger for Kansas State. Hasn't locked it in yet.
Does look like Wave is going to be on the Breach this map, though, and Bubs will be on the Brimstone.
That is interesting, because I don't know if we've seen a composition where we have both Breach and Brimstone at the same time. We've played against a couple compositions like that.
And just who's playing those characters, it's a little bit unusual, because Wave is usually that Smokes character for Marietta. And Bubs is typically on the Duelist or Initiator spot.
So now we're seeing kind of more for the rest of the team.
Select your agent.
Marietta still has Kansas State still has a few seconds. Marietta has already locked in their agents. I don't think we're going to see a Yoru this time.
Dang. We saw some good Yoru plays from the last map, so I'm happy.
Okay, you got your one.
I got my one.
But now we're going to see Sky, Jet, Brimstone, KO, and Chamber for Kansas State. But yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Wave and Bob handle the Breach and Brimstone.
And Marietta bringing out the Chamber themselves. Chamber's just a little bit too good right now to not play.
We saw how good it was last time.
And Killjoy is a really strong pick right now too. So just having both of them on the same team, be able to lock down both sites at the same time with the 2 Sentinels. There's a lot to that right there.
Alright, so just kind of waiting here. We see some interesting that we do see a little bit of investing going on in some of these pistols. But Marietta is looking to start with Site B. So the neon wall comes out, and sounds are gonna be coming out. And Hisoka does get taken down by the Chamber, and Wave will also fall.
Down B.
I see Wiener Jr. does take down one, but it is a 3v4. But Spence is going to fall. Wiener Jr. will get another one. But Wiener Jr. with a 3K, but it's going to end up falling.
Yeah.
She actually got four. Got 4 down, but it just was not enough.
Yeah, that Chamber getting that initial pick, and just Marietta didn't take care of that when they probably should have. Having the shorty up there is probably a little bit difficult to take care of, but bait those 2 shots, and then that Chamber's vulnerable.
And they did not capitalize on the Chamber, taking down 3 of the Pioneers. Never seen that. Ahsoka does went over to the backside, but is going to get caught. Not going to be able to get any picks. That is going to slow down Marietta's progress. Granted, they do have all 4 grouped up by B, and they could just go right onto site B if they want to, because most of Kansas State is on site A.
Here.
Obviously, they don't know that. We're gonna see the smokes coming out. Marietta will start the plant. And Kansas State will get the memo, but Bobs will get taken down. Wave gets one, but he's going to get picked off. So now it's just Winnie Hunt Jr. and Spence that's left.
Player standing.
Kansas State will start defusing, and they will be successful. Actually, he does get the diffuser down, but he does get taken out eventually.
Very unfortunate right there, but Marietta did a really good job about getting on this site and kind of locking it down, but Kansas State was just able to push through those defenses and take that round.
Well, I mean, considering that Hisoka was down so early, it was basically a 45 for most of the fight, that they got the spike plant and they did get some picks. That's not bad at all. Just gotta watch those early picks. I know Hisoka was trying to go for a play, but unfortunately he just got 2v1.
Right there.
It's now Marietta maybe looking at site A. And once again, Hisoka guys goes for the early play, but does get punished for it. So now Marietta's going to have to slow down. See a 1-for-1 trade. Wave goes down, but does get one kill himself. But Bubs is going to fall down, so will Spence, and Winnie Jr. is the only one remaining. And Kansas State will take that round.
Yeah, most of Marietta going to that one single location. Probably a little bit of a mistake there. Once Kansas State knew they were there, it was just a firing range.
Yeah, I mean, it was just basically the, I mean, you just talked about earlier with some of the early picks. We're just trying to adjust the volume a little bit to make it a little bit better. That should be pretty good. Alright, so the round has begun, and everyone does have some, although Marietta doesn't have as much, so they're still kind of holding a little bit on their econ. But it's already a quick 2-for-2 trade. But Winnie Jr. is going to fall. Hisoka gets one. So now it's a 2v2. We're going to see Bubs is going to be looking for a play from Pike. Great headshot. So only one from Kansas State remains. And Hisoka is going to be able to plant the spike. Now it's just a matter of seeing if they can spot the sky.
Last player standing.
Hisoka finds the sky, but goes down. And because of that blind, I don't think he... Okay, I think he's... And the sky is so low. But he goes down. And I think they will be able to get the defuse off.
It's 7 health in a dream.
Yeah, it's like we were talking before about the first map, where just a lot of these very close 1v1s that can go either way, and it's just unfortunate that a lot of them are going in Kansas State's favor.
I'm out of here.
But we do see both sides do have 3 ultimates ready. In fact, when you look at it, they're dead even on ult counts.
Go, go, go.
Huh. Yeah, they are. Just completely a 1-to-1 ratio.
Gotta go. Here we go.
So here comes the Neon ult. I'm going to try to catch anyone. But was suppressed, but still gets a kill on the chamber, which is huge. That's going to get taken down by the KO.
You should run.
Killjoy's gonna pop an ultimate.
Area's clear. Alarm bot
Yeah.
out.
A great zone play there by Weenie Jr. to force Kansas State to fall back. Severian does get the spike planted, but now can they hold? Spence is going to get taken down, but Bubs will get a kill. And everyone's just kind of waiting. And I think Kansas State might be conceding the round. Yeah, goes for the stun. Now Kansas State does get a kill, but they are going to save.
And just there, just inside that range of that spike, very close to not dying there. But a lot of ultimates used in very quick succession there, actually. The Neon ult comes out first, and the KO immediately follows to completely shut that down. And Weenie Hut Jr. with the Killjoy ult just to push them off the site, giving Marietta that advantage back.
Although what's really interesting is not only did they push them off the site, but they just never had a chance to go in and try to disable.
You want to play? Let's play.
Now Spence is going to be popping that chamber ult. Although he's not going to find anyone there.
Off your feet!
And we're seeing the Brimstone ults. Oh, sorry, the Breach ult coming out. They look similar. I always get the two mixed up for some reason. Weenie Jr. will start the plant. And it's a 1-for-1 trade. And that's where the chamber ult comes in very handy.
A great flick from Spence right there.
Well, he was blinded and still got the shot. But now Kansas State is going to be going in. Wave gets one. Going to get picked off. But Spence is going to fall. But it's just going to be... And going to use... That was huge right there.
Very big Brimstone ult there at the end.
Just waiting till the very end to pop that and secure the round for the Pioneers.
Very good timing, making it to where they couldn't defuse it within the time of the ult, killing them. But at the same time, they couldn't get out of it. So they end up dying anyway.
Yeah, I think we've seen the Brimstone ult used in that fashion several matches before. So that was a great use of utility. Pioneers are down by 2, but now here's the thing. They've used up their ults, and now we're going to see 2 ultimates being used by Kansas State. And everyone is heading towards the backside. Soka's going to be leading the charge. But he's going to get taken down, and the rest of the team's going to get spotted. Although Wave's going to take down the Jets. We're going to see the rest of Kansas State moving in. So Spencer's going to start playing, but he's going to get picked off.
Spike down B.
So now Wave is going to try to plant. And Marietta gets 2 of them down, so now it's just the Brimstone and the Chamber. And a great headshot there by Wave on the Chamber. Now it's just the Brimstone that's left. I mean, he could use ultimate on the spike, but I don't think it's going to do any good on this side.
It's not going to do a whole lot from his point of view.
especially on how low he is on health. And Wave's going to get the 3K and secure the round. The Pioneers are closing it in to 1 now.
Two ultimates came out from Kansas State. However, both ultimates were ultimates that you have to be alive to use. So Marietta did a really good job about shutting both ultimates down before they could get any value.
And that's the 3rd round in a row for the Pioneers. So I'll start off with that, with the Killjoy ultimate, with the Neon ult, and they've just been able to we're seeing the momentum swing in their favor. Although Hisoka does get taken down, and Spence was not able to get the refrag, and we're going to see that Breach ultimate coming out. Spence is going to fall. Neon Jr. will start the plant. And there's the Brimstone on the spike, predicting that Neon Jr. was going to be there, gets a kill. Wave does get one down, but it's still a 2v4. And Bubs is going to start planting. But he's going to get picked off. And despite losing 3 rounds in a row, it did not deter Kansas State, and they're going to be able to take the this round.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Marietta, but that Brimstone sort of delayed them a little bit, gave the defenders a little bit more time to get themselves situated, and it got a kill out of it.
Yeah, we have to mention that Brimstone ult. So we were talking about it probably wouldn't have been useful while on defense there, but it was perfect there, knowing that Marietta was playing the spike and using that to take down Winnie Hunt Jr. But it's still 5-3, very close. So can Marietta get a pick back? Now, Sky for Kansas State still has their ultimate. So we'll see if that gets utilized in this round. Looks like Hisoka's gonna be heading towards Site B.
Take this! Take this! Gotta go!
So Winnie Jr. is gonna get picked off.
Gotta charge it!
Hisoka went for the chamber, who had to teleport away. Let's see another 1-for-1 trade. But Bobs is going to take down the chamber, so now it's 3v3. But Spence is going to fall.
Player standing.
So another 1-for-1 trade, but Bobs is the only one left in a 2v1. Checking for a possible flank. Yeah, I think his only hope is to get 2 more picks, but it's going to be really hard to do that. Because he's going to get picked off right there.
Looks away from the angle the moment they become getting LOS. Very unlucky there for Bubs.
Gun here.
100% doable though. He could have done it.
Yeah, just they were eyeing it right there. As soon as he got into vision, they took him out. Now it is 6-3. Kansas State has 2 ultimates ready. Marietta's probably going to need another round or 2 before they have ultimates ready to go. The Sky still did not use their ultimates last round. But now we see Marietta going all in from the back entrance. Check to see if any flanks come from behind. But they're going to start taking their time and heading over to Site A here. Wave's still checking for any possible flanks. And we're going to see the smokes coming out. And the neon wall and the stun coming out as well. We see Spence is going to get picked off.
Down A. One enemy remaining.
And and they just collapsed on Marietta. They didn't secure the site. They tried to plant it and got picked off one by one.
They entered on the site. Their entrance was flawless. However, they were not able to get the picks necessary to hold that site.
Now we see Kansas State up 7-3. And they're going to be looking at, looks like Site B. But Chamber is right there. Fortunately, no one got picked off early. We need Junior and bombs get taken out of it. And just like that, 3 of the Pioneers go down.
Last player standing.
Spence does get one, but he's the sole survivor of the team. And of course, he's going to get picked off by the Brimstone.
I can see what they were trying. Marietta was trying to do there. There's an ult spot for Killjoy right there that gets all of B site and creeps up in the mid, sort of pushing defender side back to their spawn. However, they've done it already on this map in the series, so Kansas State was ready for it, and they didn't have Marietta didn't have anyone protecting the Killjoy to actually pull it off.
Yeah, and then we just saw the others getting picked off, and that essentially secured the round for Kansas State. But this is the last round before the swap. See if Marietta can try to close the gap. Although Wave gets taken out early, Spence does get a refrag though. Soka tries to go for play, it doesn't quite get it, so 3 of the Pioneers are already down. And a lot of ultimates are still up. But Junior is going to fall, and so will Bubs not be able to use any of their ults. And we're seeing actually the Jet got 4 kills in that round.
Marietta did have a couple ultimates that they were unable to use just because they got picked off too quick in those last few rounds to be able to use them. Very unfortunate for Marietta right there.
So now Marietta will be on defense. Kansas State only needs 4 rounds to take the series. They took the first 4 rounds. Marietta had a 3-round streak, but it's been all Kansas State ever since.
That's not ready. All set up.
And looks like Kansas State's going to go all in on Site A, but they're going to rotate around for it. Using a lot of smokes, and it's just 1-for-1 trades, but although Soka and Bubs do get some kills themselves.
Enemy remaining.
And Marietta's getting the picks. Although Hisoka does go down. And Bubs with a 3K. And that was just a lot of mass hysteria.
Yeah, a lot of just gunfights left and right. And Marietta just came out on top this time around.
But we've been saying all along, there's been a lot of like very close matches, but so many of them go into Kansas State's favor. So about time that one goes into Marietta's favor.
Oh yeah.
Now we'll see, can they utilize this advantage to try to take some more rounds and get the momentum back in their favor? It looks like Kansas State may be still looking at Site A, and Bubs is going to be the only one there. Although Hisoka may be looking to flank from behind. And a great headshot there on the Brimstone. He did not see that coming. Spence almost got picked up. Wave gets another kill. Spence does get picked. The Bubs will get one down. Now it is a
Out of charges.
2v4.
One enemy remaining.
And Hisoka's going to be... This time it did look in that corner. But you're going to see the chamber is going to head straight over to site B. And the turret's going to catch him.
Down.
And Winnie Jr. gets the kill, and Marietta gets another round.
That early kill on that Brimstone from Hisoka there. Very, very strong start to that round for Marietta. Quick flank on it where they know where they're coming from already just because of early information.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
So Hisoka just knew that he could go on that
Placing
flank
swarm
and he
grenade.
could get an early pick.
And he was very patient too. He lined up a shot to make sure it was a headshot, and it paid off.
Take this.
Speaking of Hisoka, getting one kill, but he's going to go down with the other. Right now, it's going to be I inside B. Spence does end up going down though.
Found them. Swarm found them.
Wave is going to get one
Spike
kill.
down B.
Wave is going to fall back. Actually going to head towards the middle. Spike did go down. So Marietta can now at least keep an eye on that spike. See a little bit of a gunfight there. Bubs takes some damage, but so does Kansas State's Brimstone. But Wave is going to fall, so now it's a 3v2.
Turret down.
Last player
And
standing.
unfortunately, Winnie Jr. goes down.
30 seconds left.
The question is, can Bubs hold? Has to fall back, but Kansas State will be able to plant the spike. And gets picked off at the last second. We're seeing it is 10-5. Kansas State needs only 2 rounds. As far as ults go, it's still going to be maybe a couple of rounds. So Marietta's going to have to make some plays if they want to stay alive.
Right there.
I mean, where they're on defense, they're gonna have to get early picks. Is what they want to do.
And we're seeing Hisoka's trying to be that early playmaker. Although Spence is going to get picked off early, which is not what you want to see. So now that's going to be go mode for Kansas State, heading straight for site B. Hisoka's looking to try to flank from behind. But that's not going to happen. In fact, actually, Kansas State's going to rotate over to site A. See, Wave is going to get blinded and going to get picked off, unfortunately, from that blind.
Dim beacon here.
Hisoka's trying to make a play, but he's going to get taken down. And Kansas State will start planting. And Bob's just kind of stuck. So
Spike
Mia
planted.
Jr. is the only one remaining. But gets flanked from the side, and Kansas State will take another round.
And that came down to the gunfights. Not a lot of abilities were used, but it came down to where Marietta just was losing their gunfights. And Kansas State did a really good job about taking 2-1-1 fights.
And see Kansas State looking at site B, and Sophie's using the ultimate, not going to find anyone up there. And Spence is going to go down. Wave does get one, but takes a lot of damage, down to 5 health.
Spike planted.
Not much he can do at that point. Yeah, Junior gets blinded, has to fall back a little bit. Hisoka gets disoriented
Last player standing.
and just Bubs is left, and another round will go to Kansas State.
Another round where it just came down to who was winning those
Match
gunfights
point.
and who was working together as a team. Using their abilities to put their team in a position that would get them a win.
We see the Pioneers did get, seems like a little disoriented in that one. Now, granted, it did. To be fair, Hisoka popped the ultimate thinking someone's going to be in the back lines, but didn't find anyone there, so didn't get any value from the ultimate. And then Spence did get picked off early on. But it is going to be match point for Kansas State. And here comes that chamber ult. And Wave is going to get picked off.
Launching smoke.
Pulling out that knife a little bit early there.
And we actually see Kansas State has all 5 ultimates. They can use them all this round to try to guarantee the win.
I'm out of here.
They already have a numbers advantage.
Prepare for hellfire. You are.
And they are starting to pop everything. All that's left is the Jet ultimate. And Spence is going to get taken down, but Hisoka's going to get 1 kill.
Spike planted.
Brimstone ult's going to come out, not going to catch anyone this time. But Hisoka's going to go
Last
down.
player standing.
So Weenie Hut Jr. is the only one remaining.
Initiated. Lockdown destroyed.
Gets 1, but ends up falling.
Attackers win.
And Kansas State will take the series and the map. So with that, Kansas State will win the map 13-5, which does mean that Kansas State will take the series 2-0. But I mean, once again, we saw a lot of back and forth, a lot of some 1v1s. I think like we saw in the first map, the score differential doesn't really tell the whole story.
No, it really doesn't. A lot of times it just came down to those 1v1s at the end of a round, and most of the time, like in the first map of the series, Kansas State just came out on top in most of those.
Mm-hmm. We saw a few of those go a bit more in the Pioneers' favor this one, but there were still quite a few that went in Kansas State's way as well.
Yeah.
All right, that is going to be it for us today. We will still have one more Valorant match for you, but that won't be until Saturday at noon when they play against Mount Vernon Nazarene. Tomorrow and Friday, we will see a lot of Rainbow Six, so we do hope you come back for that. For all the latest updates of what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and of course TikTok. Shouts again to HyperX and Over the Moon Pizza for their support. We thank you all for watching. Thank you